Hello, everyone. Welcome to Off the Charts, episode 394. My name is Dan, and I shall be your host today. So, cheers to you all. No Grammarly today. That's the ting. I'm trying to finish this beer here. So, before we start off, if you do like this type of content, please like and subscribe. Tell your friends. Hit the little thumbs up and the little bell, ding, to be notified when I publish new content like this. So I was ready to do another episode, and then out of nowhere, one of my buddies, Concert Steph, who's been on the show once, decides to comment on an old Facebook post, probably from 10 years ago. And I was like, whoa, that's random. But actually gave me an idea. I'm like, oh my God, I wanted to do this episode for a while. I kept forgetting. And then when he posted a comment on a video that I had posted, a concert video that I had posted, again, 10 plus years ago. I'm like, all right, there's something. I need to get this stuff onto an episode. So this will be not really a story time, but an explanation here with clips of way past concerts that are like from the vault that I just never did anything with them until today. So I'm going to go look, we're going to go look at some past concert clips of concerts that I've never talked about that I've been to. And again, show you the footage. Some footage, I apologize, is low quality. You could see the evolution of my concert footage type videos there. It went from pretty bad to actually pretty decent of late. The ones I do with my iPhone and all that, but this was way before with probably like a BlackBerry camera or an old cell phone camera, even digital camera footage, which is a little bit grainy, but it is what it is. And finally, I can actually do something with those clips to get rid of them after this year. So, first clip will be from a concert that me and my buddy Steph, not Concert Steph, but Steph that does the Battle of the Albums. We went to Indiana, or South Bend, Indiana to be precise. I'm not going to get into the whole details of the trip. That is actually an episode in itself. I've actually took note that I want to do an episode of story time regarding that trip. But yeah, we went to South Bend, Indiana, which was 10 or 14 hours away, to go see a concert with a lot of who's who from hair metal, from Night Ranger, Mr. Big, Jeff Scott Soto, Survivor, Nelson, Slaughter, Joel Turner, etc., etc. I forget right now just who is who there. So I'm going to show you two clips from that concert. So the first one will be Jeff Scott Soto singing the original singer from Stand Up and Shout, which was written by Sammy Hagar, but performed by Jeff Scott Soto for the Rockstar soundtrack. So that's, again, it's part of a song. And like I said, the quality is not great video. I was actually told to stop filming at one time. I just took these little clips here and there. And the second one will be of Mark Slaughter playing Up All Night. That's the first time I had seen Mark Slaughter live on stage since, oh my God. I hadn't heard of Slaughter live until from Fear No Evil, like that era. And this was, I guess, probably even 15 years ago that we did this trip here. So enjoy the clips here of Scrap Metal, which you may recognize. I think it was Kelly Keagy on drums from Night Ranger. The Nelson brothers were there. I forget who was on keyboards and bass. But yeah, this one has Jeff Scott Soto on vocals for one song, Stand Up and Shout, and Mark Slaughter from Slaughter doing Up All Night. So enjoy. We'll be back for more clips. Thank you. And that was Jeff Scott Soto and Mark Slaughter from the scrap metal, who's who of hair metal that we went to a good 15 years ago, if not more. Next up would be the video that decided I should do this episode. So, long story short, my friend Concert Steph and I are huge Alice Cooper fans, and every time he would come to to Ottawa, still not over that Jays game yesterday, I guess. Yeah, every time that Alice would come to Ottawa, we would always be there, always. And Concert Steph is the best ticket getter of all time. He would get like tickets to 2 rows from the stage. Now, I was in charge of these tickets because my friend Concert Steph was not there. Okay, he had booked a Alaskan cruise, if memory serves correctly. So he knew he wasn't going to be there to see Alice Cooper. And what happened is, well, backstory. There was one song we've always wanted Alice Cooper to play live, and he had never done it until that night, which is Clones by Alice Cooper. So we're there, like a bunch of friends of mine, minus Concert Steph, and something tells me, like, just the beginning of the song, I'm like, okay, I better start filming this here. And sure enough, it starts off with Clones, and you can hear me go, holy fuck. Just out of surprise that they're actually playing this song, which my buddy Concert Steph wanted to see for the longest time. And he was on a cruise and everybody was talking, I'm like, oh my God, isn't that Steph's song also? So he was on an Alaskan cruise. And of course, after he came back, I go, Steph, the concert you missed there, sorry to tell you there, but he played Clones. Anyway, long story short, he refused to be, or me, I guess, the only one to see Clones. So what happened is Alice Cooper came back with the same tour, but this time in Kingston, which is about 2 hours away, a little bit less. So we drove all the way to Kingston just for him to see Clones live, which they performed. So right here is Alice Cooper playing Clones for the first time since we've started to sing it. And it was a great song and a great story to tell here. So enjoy. But by the way, before I go to the Alice Cooper, stick around until the end because there will be actually family clips of my dad singing. One of my first bands ever playing live to actually a very decent crowd there. So there'll be more of that stuff there too. So a lot of family stuff near the end. But for now, let's go listen to Clones from Alice Cooper live in Ottawa.
We don't need your kind. The other ones, ugly ones, stupid boys, wrong ones. I'm all alone, so are we all. We're all clones, all the one and one and all, all the one and one and all.
And that was Clones live in Ottawa from Alice Cooper. So I actually got to see it twice live now because we went to Kingston to see it again. Next up is one of the first Navan fairs actually. There'll be Blues Fest later on. One of the first Navan fairs I went to see with my buddy Pascal and his girlfriend at the time. Very cold day, if I remember correctly there. But yeah, I wanted to see Nazareth for like the longest time, especially with Dan, oh, what the hell? I forget his last name there, but the original singer from Oh my God, I can't believe I forgot his name there, but whatever. I'll remember it when I press stop and I go back to the after the clip there. But yeah, so I always wanted to see Hair of the Dog live. That's probably one of my top five songs of all time. And what we're going to be listening to here is the bit where he takes out the bagpipes and goes "Bep, bep, 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 ba, do, ba, do, ba, do, ba, ba." That one there. Quality is okay there, not as good as the clones one there, but yeah, here's a little clip of Nazareth playing Hair of the Dog from the Navan Fair. Enjoy. And that was Nazareth, Hair of the Dog from the Navan Fair that I went to. Pretty cool fair, actually. So next one, this is actually on their first tour here, first album, first tour, which is direct from Australia, Airborne. And I remember that first album was a minor, very, very minor success here in Ottawa. Someone had discovered this band. We used to play it before our ice hockey games just to get us pumped up here. And I've seen what Airborne 3 or 4 times. These guys do not disappoint live here. Very good, energetic band. I strongly suggest to go see them if you get a chance. Unfortunately, they haven't been here in many, many years, which I have no idea. Ottawa loves them there, but no clue here. So here's Airborne from their first Canadian tour here, from their first album, Running Wild. We're going to be listening to the clip Too Young, Too Fast, what the hell is that song called? Too Much, Too Young, Too Fast. There you go. Hate those titles there that all resemble there. Too Much, Too Young, Too Fast from Airborne. Enjoy. And that was Airborne with Too Much, Too Young, Too Fast. Live in Ottawa. That bar doesn't even exist anymore. The live, no, Music City Hall. I forget what it was called there. It was a great venue though. Loved it. Next up, we're going to go to Toronto, and I believe these two next bands were on the same bill. So first, we are going to listen to Cheap Trick, and the reason I filmed this, I didn't know what the song was, but it's "Hello There." I was told. Sounds not great, but I definitely wanted to take a video of Rick Nielsen with his 5-neck guitar. That guy is. If ever you got a chance to see Cheap Trick, go see them. They're great live, and that guitarist is worth the price of admission. I guarantee you. Okay, so first of all, we're gonna listen to "Hello There" from Cheap Trick, and next up is I believe it was the same show, so it was Def Leppard, and we are going to listen to one that really doesn't really annoy me as much anymore with Def Leppard, Switch 625. It's an instrumental, but I do enjoy that song a lot. So here's Cheap Trick, "Hello There," and Def Leppard with Switch 625. Enjoy. And that was Cheap Trick and Def Leppard. Next up, one concert I never thought I would actually be able to go see, but this was actually a reunion concert. So that the Police came to Ottawa here. So I actually got to see the reunion tour again. This was probably 15 years ago at least there. So here's a clip from my favorite The Police song, which is Synchronicity 2. So enjoy that one. And that was The Police with Synchronicity 2. Next up is my favorite band, Kiss. But this time, me and Concert Steph, we went all the way to Detroit to go see this because at the time, I don't know what happened with it, but the car industry was going really downhill there. They were going to either demolish or destroy or redo something with the with Cobo Hall. So before they go and destroy it, apparently that was the thing back then. Like what was supposed to happen to Cobo Hall, I don't know if it's still there or not. I heard that it was, but I don't know. Confirm someone if you're from Detroit. But yeah, we went all the way to Windsor. Had to take a underground bus with a through customs and go back. And I think it was. Anyway, we had a great time for that concert there. That was on the Alive 35 tour for Kiss. And the reason I'm showing this clip here is, two reasons. One, we're going to see Modern Day Delilah, which was the first time being played live because I believe Sonic Boom had just come out or was going to come out soon there. So yeah, that was there. And also the video, actually, you know what? I think that this was before the album came out because they filmed the video for Modern Day Delilah at that show, or maybe there was two shows, that maybe a combination of both. But if you look at the official Kiss video for Modern Day Delilah, when Paul Stanley is on his little stage, you know where he usually goes and sings either Love Gun or I Was Made for Loving You. I guess his mic stopped working, and at one time he just smacks his mic and it falls to the floor. That part is in the video, and I can guarantee you that happened because I was there. So enjoy live from Detroit, Cobo Hall, Modern Day Delilah played live for the first time. Enjoy.
Matter of fact, this is the first time we're playing it. And it goes like this.
And that was Kiss Modern Day Delilah, played live for the first time in Detroit at Cobo Hall. Next up, this is actually Rush from Blues Fest, and probably my favorite Rush show ever. I was with a bunch of people, but what stands out is actually I was at my cousin's yesterday for a Halloween party, and her sister tells me, Dan, are you going to go see Rush live? I'm like, unfortunately, no, I can't really go out of town right now for concerts. But she's actually going to go see Rush with the new female drummer. So good for her. So here's the opening track from when Rush came to Blues Fest. And at one time I do pan to the whatever, and she's right behind me having a great time. She's a girl and she loves Rush. I'm like, those are rare, right? So yeah, this is Rush at Blues Fest with The Spirit of Radio. Love that song. And that was Rush, The Spirit of Radio, one of the 4 times I've seen Rush live, and this was actually the most fun I had at a Rush concert. There's lots of my friends there. We were all a little gang there, so fun times there. All right, so next up is one I actually promised from the beginning here. So here is yours truly, Dan, from one of my first bands, The Dead Flies. That was like my fun band. What happened here is we had entered a contest where local bands had to do 3 things. You had to do a cover, you had to do a Canadian cover, and you had to play an original. So what we did is, I think we played Comfortably Numb, April Weiner, Rock and Roll's A Vicious Game, and the original is one that was actually written by me, called Reality Check. I had written that song after being laid off for the first time at Bell. Many times later. Damn cuts, huh? But yeah, so what happens here is, yeah, we had to play like these. Anyway, you'll notice that there's a big crowd, because you had to invite basically a lot of people to get a lot of votes and stuff like that. But yeah, this song was written by me. Oh, and that story I wanted to say was, my lead guitarist at the time, he come one time at Jam. So my song's called Reality Check, but check spelled with a CHEQUE, as in a check, that last check that you get after being laid off there. And my lead guitarist comes up to me in Jam one time, goes, "Damn you, Chartrand, you went and wrote a catchy song." I'm like, "What do you mean?" He says, "Well, I was showering and thinking about you, and I was singing that song." I'm like, whoa, what do you mean you were showering and thinking about me? I mean, that was our running gag for like a long time there. But yeah, here's part of Reality Check with, again, yours truly on vocals. This was a good 15 years ago. I was a lot thinner too, and a lot younger. But yeah, this is the Dead Flies reality check from a contest concert that we had entered. So enjoy. And that was yours truly from the Dead Flies singing Reality Check. That was one of my early compositions with the band. So next up, a little different here. This was a orchestra concert. So I forget, I've seen two or three. I think this was this is a Star Wars an orchestra playing Star Wars, the Duel of the Fates from the Phantom Menace. But I think this is the one where we went to see it. It was an orchestra playing sci-fi themes, so it was not just Star Wars. It was Star Trek, The Day the Earth Stood Still. I think it was this one because I did go and see another one with Star Wars in an arena. This was at the NEC, I believe, here. So here's a clip from a orchestra. I forget what the name of the orchestra was, but a clip from Star Wars Phantom Menace Episode 1, Duel of the Fates. That's where the lightsabers scene with Darth Maul, Qui-Gon Jinn, and Obi-Wan Kenobi. So enjoy, and then after this here, there'll be two more clips, but I'm putting them together, and that's the family clips I've been promising there. So enjoy the Star Wars clip here. And that was some orchestra doing Duel of the Fates from Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. Now, the last two clips here will be so the first one is my sister and her oldest kid, but at the time he was only probably 4 or 5, I will say, dressed up in a white tuxedo with a bow tie and dancing with his mom. The little kid is J Money. Yeah, that kid who's now co-hosting it a few times here and there. So that's J Money dancing with his mom, which is my sister Nat. So that was another orchestra type concert, but somehow he loved it. It was André Rieu, very popular, I believe, in Europe or Italy or somewhere there. I forget where exactly there, but yeah, he came here many a times. And I think we went to see him twice, if not 3 times. And the last one is my dad singing with me playing acoustic bass and Jeremy's other grandpa playing the acoustic guitar and my dad singing. I forget what song it is. This was actually very jammy. I didn't know the song that well. There are many errors that I play. But yeah, my dad wanted to sing this one song, so we actually filmed him there. So this is Nat and J Money just dancing to an André Rieu song, followed by myself, my dad, and J Money's other grandpa, Frank, just playing some French folk song. I do not know what it is here. So if I can find out, I'll write in the comments there. So enjoy this one. I'll be right back after these 2 clips. And there you go. That's my sister Nat dancing with her son J Money, and myself, my dad, and Frank playing some old French folk song. So hope you guys enjoyed these little clips here. I've been waiting for an excuse actually to do something like this for a while. My friend Steph, Concert Steph, posted, I'm like, I'm going to do this right now. So now I can actually just show these clips and they're not wasted, just holding space on my hard drive right now there. So they're there for you guys to enjoy. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I know I have more clips, but I gotta find them. Like, these were just in one folder. Like, there's many folders on my hard drive there. But yeah, we'll see if this goes well. Maybe I'll do another one there. Who knows? But yeah, this was my little clips early clips, like before the iPhone was invented. Just how long ago these were taken here. So, or maybe not before an iPhone was invented, but before I got an iPhone. I think my first iPhone was a 4, iPhone 4 maybe. So just to tell you how long ago that was there. So again, hope you guys enjoyed. On that note, have yourselves a great whatever, and we shall see you guys next episode. Take care. Bye bye.